What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Strive. I want to go over some of the data points, break it down on what shorts are doing, and some key levels to watch for. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So Strive is down 4.14%, 858 the high, 790 the low. So first thing, we did have a little bit of optimism in the broader market, but that was rather short-lived. The broader market's kind of pivoting to risk off right now. So a lot of cryptocurrency related stocks and other speculative stocks are starting to really go down, based on also very low volume. So at the time doing this video, there's only 1.07 million shares being traded. So institutions aren't really doing that much with Strive. Today we did have one data point, or a couple, that came out worthwhile to bring up. So ADP came in at 10.2, so a little bit better than the previous. As well, it's kind of breaking the trend. So the last several reports have all been fairly negative. And so this kind of does break the trend, as well as New York State Manufacturing Index came in at 7.1, forecast of 3. So that was phenomenal, really signals that there's a good amount of kind of demand behind the scenes and a lot of good expansion as well. In Strive's case, there really hasn't been that much in news. So no press releases, no SEC filings. They did do that reverse stock split that, in my opinion, really killed the momentum a lot more than what it should have. But still, I think right now, Strive, even though it's very much linked to Bitcoin and should trade a little bit more aligned to that, it just is lagging. So at the time doing this video, Bitcoin is down about 2.95, Strive down 3.12. So I think in general, just a lot of people are not looking at Strive as a good, viable investment. And even same as why I mentioned, institutions aren't really doing that much. So there's only 3 transactions above $100,000 occurring today, 2 of which are sells. One is a buy. The buy is for 220,000 shares. So again, it's not much is going on. Shorts, on the other hand, even though they're not that active right now, so it actually shows that 0 shares are being kind of traded right now. But 20.54% of the free float is being shorted on a side note. But if we look over here right at the bottom, it does signal that shorts make up for a good about anywhere from 30 to about 70% of the daily volume. So shorts are all over this stock. And that could be, again, one main reason why Strive has been going down so much more in comparison to Bitcoin. So over the last 1 year, down 31.03. Over the last 1 month alone, down 53.9. I've started to see a little bit of an uptick in influencers, so YouTubers and on Twitter as well, kind of talking about Strive and how it is a mind-blowing discount right now. And there could be arguments made in either case, but I do believe Strive doing the whole reverse stock split, issuances, it's a very bad scenario right now. And plus, that's not really even talking about a lot of the macro concerns that is kind of going on, because Bitcoin right now is about to touch their key support level. And if that does break, then hypothetically, you could see it go down to roughly around that $40,000 range. Even 𝗪𝗧𝗪 technically really just popped a lot of that optimism with Bitcoin, saying that it could go down to 8,000. Like I don't know. There's just way too many influencers. Mike, what's his name? Alfred, I think he's the one that got a lot of people on this stock. I myself have accurately predicted kind of the up as well as the down. So for those of you that watch a lot of my videos, you know that I rely largely on data and the technicals on whether a stock is a buy or not. I don't really listen to influencers at all. So I think in general, Mike really did screw a lot of individuals on this stock, and a lot of individuals probably just want to get the hell out, break even, and then just never look back again. So I think that in among itself is also going to cause a lot of resistance levels and really stop Strive from really moving higher. And even aside from that, there's not really that much in catalysts for Strive to outperform Bitcoin as far as right now. So I think in general, like I said, I think this was a pretty good momentum play. But given everything, it's just not really in the cards as of right now. And still, the fact that shorts are making up for such high percentages of the daily volume, it's crazy. Even for instance, like here, like 2.08 million shares associated to shorts, 3.15 in total volume, 2.3, 3.8, 1.1, 2.03. So they are all over this stock. And in order for any stock to get shorts off their back, you need institutions to get in. And right now, that's just, like I said, not really in the cards. Right now with it at 808, it is, or 806, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So 796 and 773 is going to be support levels. 832 and 869 is going to be the next strong target / resistance point. So like I said, I do believe that this stock, the days are kind of concluded, and most likely this will be pretty much my last video kind of talking about this, because like I said, I think that the writings on the wall that this stock is just going to continue to underperform, and it is just going to lag. So let me know your general thoughts. Hopefully I'm wrong and this just has some crazy catalyst that pushes it to double digits or even higher, that a lot of people can actually either break even or get out with a profit. Let me know your general thoughts on Strive. Are you buying? Are you selling? Like, what are you generally doing behind the scenes? For those of you that are like to look at technicals, there's not really much to really bring up. It is below all the key pivotal moving averages, so it's below the 10, 50, 100, and 200. The only thing positive is that stochastic RSI is extremely oversold. So if we do get some good macro optimism, let's say associated to rate cuts, then you could see a nice push to, I would assume, about that 10-day moving average at the very bare minimum. Last time it was above that was roughly January the 15th. So in general, you could see a little bit of a pop there, possibly with FOMC minutes on Wednesday or GDP PCE on Friday, but long term, I don't think that this is a viable investment. So let me know your thoughts on this stock. One final thing, if you are looking for some solid on-point buy signals though, pop over to my Patreon and put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades. Many of them have absolutely just blown up. Most recently was this stock right here. So it is up 30% right now. I signaled that this was a buy at $12.50. Initially gave a $19 price target, bumped that up to $25. So you would have made a lot of good money with this stock. So definitely worthwhile to pop over to the Patreon, link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.